Just a minute. What's up, you guys? The Dissector, AWO Aaron Warder. What's up? What's up? I hope you're all having a good Sunday evening. It's almost a new week. Um, yeah, it is a new week. How are you all doing, man? People do streams like that. What's up? What's up? So yeah, this is the Dissect where I go over YouTube channels, articles, stuff I see on social media, the news, and for today's show, I was a little hamstrung, a little stuck. I was stumped on who I'm gonna do. There was nothing like John Campia and Grace Randolph didn't really have anything interesting for me to do to 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 cover. Same with Doomcock. I'll be right back. Okay, yeah, okay. We're same with Doomcock. Nothing to cover from the Doomcock side of things, but we are gonna cover. Actually, I found one video I may want to cover. Just one video. So this might be a shorter typical stream than usual. If usual with my streams on this channel. My streams on the channel sometimes go for 3 hours. Yeah, pretty long ass streams at times. But yeah, this is gonna be might be a shorter one. So bear with me, I guess. Bear with me in this show. So we're gonna talk about on this show Eric July. Now, with Eric July is mostly the stuff about Eric July mostly is about the Whippaverse, right? The Whippaverse, the very famous Whippaverse that he's created with a bunch of different comics with Isom, Alpha Core, Yaira. It's got a bunch of writers and artists to work on different books. As you know, Alpha Core is written by Chuck Dixon, and definitely there's quite a bit of controversy with Chuck Dixon. Quite a bit of controversy with Chuck Dixon. If you haven't been paying attention, he's writing a comic. It's kind of not really part of the whip of the universe that Isom's taking part in, but his comic book that he's coming out with, a new one for Eric July. It's called Horseman, and it's kind of created a controversy because kind of looks really similar to Nightfall Batman. Let's take a look. Show you really quick. Let me get a new sharing. Stop sharing this, and I'll get a new. Then I'll go back to the video. What's up? I just got to Ivy. Me too. I'm past Ivy. I just got to the Flash part. So, are you kidding me? Okay, this is Horseman. The Chuck Dixon is created for the Whippaverse. Yes, I don't know why. There's ads there. Okay. And look, look at here the main character. What does he look like to you? What does he look like to you? Very, very, very much a whip-off of Nightfall's version of Batman that obviously Chuck Jackson worked on. Obviously, he's inspired by that, but it's clearly too on the nose, right? It's too much on the nose, and it's a bad name, Horseman. Horseman, that's his name, Horseman. Also, what's really ridiculous is he has a dick in the middle. Yes, so I can make that bigger. There's a dick in the middle of his forehead, in the head, on top of the head, between the two horns on the side. He has a basically a horn in the middle. It looks like a dick sticking out of it. That's quite a creative controversy. Also, what's also about the Rippaverse? Dirty laundry. Skeletons in the closet about the Saska sisters come out and what their dark, twisted past and what they and how fucked up they might be in the head and how really strange they are. Tony brought up bought a lot of stuff on his channel 2 days ago. You know, if Tony wants to come on, I guess I'll send him an invite. I know. Thank you, Blinded. Thank you, Blinded. We made fun of it on Tony's channel last night on Gabby McGeeks. You should have come on. We were making fun of it. Look, it looks like he has a dick in his he has a dick coming out of his head, top of his head. I want Tony to come on. And speaking of which, I'm gonna show you something from Tony's channel. I hope Tony's okay with this. I hope Tony's okay with me showing this. This is. I know, but exactly, man. This is what this is Sturgis, or Renowned Zero, as it actually is called. That's the Soka sisters. They really do look like witches. I mean, I can see like just have them a witch hat on, a broom, and long noses. They really do like witches, man, twin witches, and yeah, their dirty laundry has come out about them. The skeletons in the closet has actually come out about them. Now, before people like Tony, the detractors, I was always sus on Ahsoka sisters once they mention them. Like, are they really who they say they are? In the way of the progressive, I guess the far left kind of thing. I would say that's to them. To them, I would say no. I think that's a lie, a grift for them, because I see who they follow on Twitter. Okay, I see they follow on Twitter. There's a lot of people in the fandom menace and who's on the right wing grift. So either they might have probably it's possible to change their views over time, but that's see, that happens a lot. A lot of people do that, right? On YouTube, they grift on whatever is rage, whatever gets them clicks, right? And they sometimes to change they really don't mean it in real life, but they play it up on in a fake life, in a fake. Like a lot of these YouTubers, they fake what they say. They really don't believe, but they play it as a character, like on YouTube. I don't do that. I don't play a character on YouTube, right? I'm not like, yeah, I'm not like these people on right wing, not just right wingers or left wingers. There's a lot of people on YouTube, not necessarily in politics, that they kind of play a character on YouTube. They're not playing really the real selves. I'm not like that. I'm playing my real self. I ain't a wrestler. I'm not playing somebody else. I'm playing myself. Okay. Oh, it's worse, man. There's really, really bad stuff about them. And I have a funny picture. Do I still have it? I made this picture. I know. Sadly, the two witches here are kind of hot. They're supposed to represent the twins, but AI made them kind of hot. Hot. I mean, yeah. I want to be. Is it because of their movies? Because is it because how gruesome and how sick, and how twisted their films are? I mean, yes, we've seen movies with incest in them, but TV shows incest with them. But the actors and actresses working on those movies and TV shows are not related, right? But there was a picture going around on X of a movie that they were in of them kissing each other for a movie. Now they're real life twin sisters. Who does that? Okay, who kisses? Who does that? That's disgusting. That's sick. Also, they're one of the last films. You know who worked on their? You know who did a film with them? Degrassi. You might get this. You might Degrassi. Who worked on the film? A very famous wrestler who just got hurt worked on a film with them, and his wife. Them. CM Punk worked on a film with them, and CM Punk, despite what people think about him, he is very he doesn't have the same views like people on the in the Whipperverse, the right wing views. He has very more progressive views, and he's not afraid to express them. As you know, CM Punk. Yeah, see, I heard about something like this. I heard about no, I saw the tweet about them in the van, and they. I know they said it's for a film. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna say the great van taking pictures of little kids, right? They're in the great van taking pictures of little kids walking home from school or something. And obviously that's without their consent, the kids' consent. They say it's for the film, but those kids and those parents, the people they're walking to, didn't know they're in the film, and we didn't know in the film. One, you can't do that without consent, right? That's not the bad part. That's not the consent thing is the worst part about is that they say that film, they say that van is it's the great van for their movie. But I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Like, no, you can't film obviously you can't film somebody without their consent, even if it's for a movie. This ain't fucking Bullfinger, okay? This ain't fucking Bullfinger. I love that movie. I like Bullfinger. I love that movie, right? I did like that movie, Bullfinger. But this is you can't film something for a movie without their consent. Okay, it's illegal. It's fucking illegal. And second of all, kids involved, and you're calling your van the grape van for your movie with kids involved too. That you know what? You may not get Eddie Murphy. Yeah, yeah, Eddie Murphy was great in that movie. Yeah, it was a great cast. But seriously, I know Ghost is in Tony's dream a couple days ago and he saw this. But seriously, you know what? They're lucky ladies because if there were men, if it was men directors doing that, whether it's a single man or two brothers filming that, and I saw them doing that to my kids or whatever without the consent and saying this is for a movie and this is the great friend. You would know what happened, right? You know they would not. You know they get punched in the face, right? They would get punched in the face. If they were men, they would get punched in the face. You know that. Were they in WWE? Were they really in WWE? I didn't know that. When? Oh, see no evil. Yeah. Oh, that's right. They made a movie for WWE Studios, right? Yeah. So okay. Yeah, 2 movies, yeah. Oof. Well, look who worked in that movie, Vendetta. Guess who starred in that movie too? Oh, did they? Guess who worked in that movie? In the Vendetta movie? Dean Cain. Dean Cain. Dean Cain, yeah, so it tells you all you need to know, right? Did they write for WWE? I don't know. Maybe they did. Did they write for WWE? I can't find anything that says they did, but they did work on for they did do a couple films for the studios. Yeah. Now, now you could say what you want about Chuck Dixon and Joe Bennett, right? And how they swayed and how time might have passed them by. Well, Chuck Dixon time might have passed them by, right? Obviously, and they're doing it because they need the money, especially Chuck Dixon. But this is beyond. This is really beyond pot pot political. Okay, political. This is gross ass shit. Okay, this is really gross ass shit. Okay, and here's a proof to Grassy, right? Right? You know Eric July doesn't do his research because if it was me, if it was me hiring people like I'd make sure who I hire, right? This is Eric July not caring who he hires. That's true. Oh, but they're bringing back Brian Garrett's for a bit. They're bringing back apparently WWE is bringing back Brian Garrett's for the Rock stuff. That's another story for another day, man. That'll be tomorrow. But oh my god. Yeah, writers in WWE don't have a long career. A long career. They don't. They work there for like 1 or 2 years and they're gone. They're done. And so when the Vince McMahon was in charge, the writing tenure is like very, very short. Yeah, with spreading his lies. Hey Degrassi, isn't that isn't that isn't that how miserable people always are? They have fucking bad lives because they probably make bad decisions, and they always try to find religion to fix everything, right? Right? Religion. God's gonna fix everything for me. I'm gonna start believing in God and His teachings. Gonna fix everything for my miserable life. I found religion. Shawn Michaels. It probably. I'll say this: in AEW, it probably had little power because most of the storyline creative in AEW is really done by the wrestlers and Tony Khan. And WWE, I can tell you one thing: in WWE, they didn't really have that much power either. It's Vince McMahon to the highway, man. It might be different now with Triple H in charge. It seems different now with Triple H in charge. He's more open for ideas than Vince McMahon is, and that's a good thing, I guess. But the problem is you, wrestling writing for wrestling, writing for comedy is a little different because you don't want everything fun. You want funny wrestlers, but you don't want everything fun. You need to be the serious, right? And you could see some. Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. I know there's writers in WWE who work there for like 2 months and leave. Done 2 or 3 months in, they're gone. They're gone. They're done with. They're done there. It's not really. It's not really a great place, and it's not really a great place. Wrestling, if you want to start a career in the writing industry, wrestling is not really the best place to go because Hollywood. I know Degrassi's right about some comedy people, but Hollywood looks down upon wrestling people that work in the people that worked in the writing department of wrestling. They look down upon that. Okay, and then my problem with wrestling is they hire writers that don't know anything about wrestling. Okay, and you sometimes you could see it live, and it's not really good. To me, if you want to hire writers for wrestling, they gotta be knowledgeable wrestling, please. You gotta watch the product before you go into the industry. Please be knowledgeable. Understand the characters that you're gonna write for. Please don't make this character the opposite of his personality. Please, please. I'll give you a great example. I don't know if this is a writing trait, if it's from a writer perspective, but to me, it's from back in the '90s. Diesel, Kevin Nash, when he was champion in '95 as Diesel, right? Diesel, the way he would cut promo sounds so boring and so writing like, right? Like an actual writer did write for him, right? His promos, but it was so generic and boring, like it was a machine writing for him, right? Like it was a machine. When he went to WCW, part of NWO, he showed a lot more personality in his character. He showed a lot more personality. He showed a lot more charisma. He showed a lot more character. They let him be himself in WCW. Kevin Nash was not himself in WWE. But in WCW, they kind of let him be himself, a more charismatic, joking, intelligent, fun kind of guy. That's probably because in WCW, writers are probably not respected either, too, because WCW backstage was basically run by the guys at the top, like Hogan and Bischoff, and they probably dismissed a lot of the writer stuff anyway. Because I guarantee you, a lot of the NWO stuff, the writers would have ended that quicker than it should have been. And I bet you every time the writers probably come up to the NWO stuff, I bet you Hogan or Bischoff or whatever just probably said, "No, brother, we're not doing this. No, no, we're not ending this." I mean, WCW had a lot of problems backstage and contributed to the downfall. But I'll say this: Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, they were able to beat themselves more. Beat themselves more. Okay. If writers understand wrestlers, let the wrestlers show aspects of their real life characteristics on screen. Those are the best. Those are the best. Those are the best aspects that get fans interested. We don't want to bore. Like obviously, there's some wrestlers that are not. Obviously, there's wrestlers that are portraying characters on screen are not. There's nothing alike. But the really good ones could get away with it. Okay, but like Degrassi knows this. The best wrestlers are to portray something that's real from them, like the real life counterparts. Okay, okay. Now onto that. I mean, this wasn't a wrestling story. I'll say this. This is not a wrestling story. This is going back to something else. Okay, Degrassi and everybody else is watching. This is Eric July and heel versus babyface, aka Az. This is good. This is about. Wait. This is about flop or not. DC's clean slate future movies with heel versus babyface as Um, so this is about 8-minute video. Now I have not watched this, but I think we may get an idea what they're gonna say, and I know for a fact the Grassy is gonna be like, "Oh my god, but these guys are stupid." But let's get into this.
The segment. We had the great Star Wars segment where Daz told us what was going to come out and what wasn't, and I believe we got to
maybe one.
Oh, by the way, that shirt Az is wearing, that's a CM Punk shirt. That's a CM Punk shirt. I'm pretty sure that's a CM Punk shirt. Look. So, Silverback Az, CM Punk shirt, right? Heel versus babyface. That's a CM Punk shirt. He's wearing a shirt of a wrestler that's progressive, that views the opposite of him. Right? CM Punk's views are the opposite of Az. Right? I can guarantee you, CM Punk will not go ballistic, will not cry about pronouns in the video game. Right? This. We just caught the grass. Look at this, man. We just caught him. He's a fan of somebody his views on the opposite side. And these guys, I'm fans of people that have different views than me, but these guys on the right, they're not fans of people that have the opposite views, right? They're really not fans of people that have opposite views of them, right? Well, looks like ask them to caught in the act. Because I'm telling you, he's a wrestling fan. Otherwise, his name's not heel versus babyface, and we don't have that shirt. So, yeah, we caught him. And we just caught him, man. We caught us. Let's go.
Maybe one is gonna potentially come out of all of those Star Wars films. But I want to talk now. I want to talk about I want to do a similar thing, but we know these are on the way. I want to get Az's excitement level of these DC products that are on the way.
I'll fucking do it.
I promise you, I'm not trying to get him to unalive himself, but for sure, I want to discuss it. So let me go here. So we'll look at.
They're gonna look at the list.
The
list.
Let's take a look. So obviously,
no. Okay, sorry.
I'm typing to someone, a friend. Okay.
Sorry.
Superman Legacy.
broad segment.
Just warming up. Just warming up. Warming up.
Oh, he's gonna
Warming up.
explode, isn't he?
We got okay, the big one, obviously, right?
Are we doing flop or not?
Let's do that. Flop or not. We got Superman Legacy. This is a big one. This probably is the make or break for the entire James Gunn.
Flop is anything from break even to lose money.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
We'll consider that.
So they're gonna do flop or not already, man. Already you're gonna do flop or not. Let's do this. And Degrassi, if you're still here, I give you permission to obliterate them. Just say something stupid.
Okay. We
But
got
you got to give me the estimated budget.
okay. So we got Superman Legacy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Gunn is spearheading that entire thing. He's writing it.
Mm-hmm.
We've already known the actor that's going to play in it, and because this is what I think, because this is like they have to set the tone with this shit. I think they're going to spend a crazy amount of money on this shit.
Oh boy.
Like, just I'm looking at it logically.
Mhm.
Like they have to. James Gunn and DC has to set the scene. They're obviously they're spending no less than 200 million, but I'm thinking we're closing into not marketing. I'm thinking 250.
Mm-hmm.
Let me check.
Minimum.
Let me check.
I can believe that.
Let me
So
check.
we're
I think you could check on that.
At least 700 million.
Let me check on that. Let's see if the budget's already out. Let me check. $200 million. 200 million is the budget.
To break even.
To break even.
Yeah. Flop. And I'm not even being funny. I don't see it. I don't see it hitting 700. We just saw, and I'm not even being funny.
Okay. 200 million, and maybe marketing, obviously, maybe another 20 to 50 million. That'll be 250. How 700 million is not breaking even, buddy. That's not breaking even. 700 million from a 250, 300 million film is actually pretty good. Okay, let me go over. I need to hear this again.
So we're looking at least 700 million to break even.
To break even.
Yeah.
700 million is not breaking even, buddy. Do you know what breaking even means? Yeah. But like, yeah, I know. If it hits, it's yeah, right. But look at this: 700 million from 200 plus marketing. That's not breaking even. That's a profit. That's actually double. Okay, if the movie is 200 million budget right now, and it makes 700 million, that's not double the money it's making. That's just that's just a little bit over triple the money it's making. That's a profit. A $500 million profit. That's not breaking even. Does this guy know math? Basic math? What the hell is it 700 million from a 200 to 250 million budget? How is that breaking even? I don't... Yeah, I'm hitting my head. So, well, Degrassi, they don't want these movies to do good. They don't want that show to do good either. You know why? Obviously, they have an agenda, right? You know why they don't want to do good. 700 million it would be. Here's the thing: 700 million would be more than Man of Steel. And the Man of Steel budget is probably less, though. Probably less. And the Man of Steel budget was reported to 225 million. So, if that's the case, if he says this is if he says it's gonna make 700 million on a 200 million budget, this movie would be more successful than Man of Steel. Flop, idiot.
Flop. And I'm not even being funny.
No, you're being stupid.
I don't see it. I don't see it hitting 700. We just saw fucking Michael Keaton's Batman barely break 300.
That's a good point.
Oh no, it didn't. It didn't break. I don't think it did break 300. It was like 276 or something.
Yeah. I might have to agree. I have to agree because they can't not spend money on it. I have to agree. Like, yeah, they got to set the tone with this, and they're going to spend a lot of money. It's going to be tough, man. I will say the only way. I mean, it sounds like no shit, but yeah, if he somehow, which I don't think Guns.
Here's the difference between the Flash. Here's the difference between the Flash and Superman. People want a Superman movie more than a Flash movie. People have been waiting for a Superman longer than a Flash movie. You know, the Flash movie's been in development for a long time, and people finally got it. People have been wanting a sequel to Man of Steel more desperately than a Flash movie, and they want to see Superman in his own film again. I think the difference is, yes, they got Michael Keaton's Batman, but I think the difference here, this is the demand for Superman is getting his own film again is bigger than the Flash ever was. Why do you think they put Batman in the film? And that didn't work. And Batman didn't work. And I used to say Batman's the money maker for DC. Did not help the Flash. It's different. Superman is different than the Flash.
He's got it in him. I don't think he got it in him to do a good, because he's writing it. Remember, he's not just like the brains.
He's writing it. Yeah,
he is writing this movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I don't think he's got it in him, bros.
Well, obviously, this guy hasn't watched Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh! He probably says Guardians of the Galaxy goes shit because it's Disney, MCU. Hasn't watched Suicide.
To do a Superman that's going to, again, we're talking flop or not, that is going to justify them spending that much money so they can make money back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't think he's got it in him.
I don't see it.
And then think about it. Like, let's say it is
all his comic book movies and all his okay. Guardians 1, 2, and 3, all hits. Suicide Squad was a hit. The Suicide Squad was a hit. It may not have made a lot of money. Obviously, pandemic, day and day release, a hit. Peacemaker, a hit. He has not failed us with a comic book movie, James Gunn, with a comic book property. Because Peacemaker wasn't a comic book movie, despite him being in the Suicide Squad, but he has not let us down. And he's just saying, I don't think he's got it in him. What evidence does he have that these two have points to that he doesn't have that he doesn't have in Superman, that he can't make Superman successful? What evidence does he have in that? Does anybody know? When this chat goes replay, Degrassi, do you know what does have any evidence? Because we got evidence on the other side. Like I just mentioned, there's evidence on the other side. The Guardians trilogy, Suicide Squad, Peacemaker. There's evidence saying, yeah, this could be successful. They don't have proof. They don't have evidence because, or they're just being themselves, and
To do it, like not just financial. Let's say like the movie is like people are like, this is asshole.
Mm-hmm.
All of this is fucked. All of it.
What is that supposed to mean? This is asshole and fuck. What is that? What is that supposed to mean? What is that supposed to mean? Oh, when they see the movie and they're like, this is asshole and fuck. What does that mean? What does that mean? Could somebody tell me what that means? What? Give us a perfectly an idea what you think the movie might be, and give the reason why people might think that. Just don't say asshole fuck. What does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? Oh my god. By the way, Degrassi, welcome to moderator mode.
Of it.
It's already fucked,
Well,
Eric.
Well, that
It was fucked when he announced the slate, because I have never been so disinterested in anything than listening to James Gunn's
Yeah, Degrassi, look at this guy.
slate for the next 8 years. Do the authority.
so we got the authority.
Fucking flop! Gay Superman,
It will
gay
be gay, though.
Batman.
It will be gay, so at least it has that going for him. And maybe we'll see. I don't know. Heroes are. We'll see some gay subways probably in the authority.
There we go. There we go. There we go, Degrassi. There we go, guys. The homophobic stuff comes out. Oh. That's why it's gonna flop. Here we go. Oh, maybe authority. Oh yeah, them being gay is gonna be the basis for the story, right? Them being homosexual is gonna be the basis for the story of the authority, right? Huh? There we go. There we go. I bet you they have no problem. I bet you they have no problem seeing two women kiss, but they'll have a problem seeing two men kiss. These people would love to live. I'm telling you. You know how I say about the Middle Eastern countries? Sometimes, some of these Middle Eastern countries, they don't allow movies in their countries because of stuff like this. I bet you I bet you these people would love living in those countries. Okay? Because their views are not much different. I'm sorry. These right-wing peoples are all about freedom of speech and all that stuff, but some of their stuff is very aligned with authoritarian fascism thinking, leadership. And guess what? Okay? Yeah.
They can
And
reuse. They can reuse 3D assets actually
from the
from
suicide,
and just repurpose it for the authority, right?
The authority is going to be
money.
a colossal failure.
Why? Because they have two gay characters in it. Do you know anything about comics? Do you know anything about comics? These two idiots, do they know anything about comics? I want to know I want to ask them face to face what X-Men is about. What the idea of X-Men is about. What is Superman's about? Because if they're fans of, because Superman, I'm telling you, if they're ever fans of Superman, no. Because Superman, these people will make Superman sick. These people will make Wonder Woman sick. These people will even make Batman sick. Okay? Okay? These guys are obviously people like this. State of Red Comics don't obviously know what comics is about. Okay. Here's the thing. X-Men. We all know X-Men's about, right? Persecution against mutants. Why? Because of the Holocaust, right? Persecution about with the Holocaust in World War II, right? Against not just Jewish people, but other type of people that the Nazis were persecuting and killing and stuff like that. That's supposed to be representative of that. But that could be also for anything. It could be against gays. It could be persecution against gays, trans, people of different colors, Asians, whatever. People of different color, different sexuality. It's more than just that. That's what X-Men's about. It's about persecution, okay, and oppression, stuff like that. Okay, and if they're taking and when they change a gay character to X-Men, when a gay character appears in X-Men, what do you think the whole thing's about? And what do you think Superman's about? It's fighting for our freedom. What do you think Wonder Woman's about? These guys are not comic book fans. I'm sorry. They can say they're comic book fans, but they have no idea what comic books are about. Even movies, what comic books are about and what they represent. Not just comic books. I mean, you got novels too, but they don't understand. And they don't understand entertainment has been going this direction, has been going, I'll say this, in a more progressive, and look, sometimes I think sometimes progressive and woke goes too overboard at times, but it's still better than these with how these guys think. But I'll say this, the entertainment industry has gone more of a progressive direction, not before 2010. Okay, long before. Okay, that's because it's keeping up with the times. You don't know the fucking authority? Here's an idea. You don't know the authority, but you know that they're gay. That's it. Huh? That's it. Huh? There's homosexuals authority, but you don't know much about the authority. Hey, here's something. A lot of people didn't know much about the Guardians of the Galaxy. A lot of people didn't much know about most of the characters in Suicide Squad. His Suicide Squad. We knew Harley Quinn. We knew Captain Boomerang. Okay, but nobody knew who Peacemaker was. Bloodsport. I know Degrassi knew, obviously. Ratcatcher, Polka Dot Man, bunch of those people in there. Nobody knew who they were. Oh, but since they don't bring up a point because there was no gay character. Well, I think there might have been a gay character. I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember. But they don't bring up that. They don't bring that up because it doesn't fit the narrative, right? Doesn't fit their narrative. They purposely forget.
The Marvel's level of failure.
You think so?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think
people aren't going to the cinema to see characters that they know. Never mind fucking.
If Superman Legacy, if they like, I think Authority, if Superman's Legacy is good and Authority appear in some capacity, they will go see Authority.
They're going to look at this and it's going to be like fucking PG-13 boys knockoff.
Yeah.
So what?
Gay Superman and gay Batman. It's probably going to be the most insufferably obnoxious thing.
I like how they go to it's always the gay excuse. Because they have no fucking argument. They have nothing intelligent to say. Right? You know, let me get. There's people that sound intelligent with this grift, right? And there's people that don't sound intelligent with the script, and you can clearly tell, especially as he's not in this intelligent side of the grift.
Just from an optics perspective for people, how the fuck is this the second film? How?
Yeah, that's, I don't know.
Get it out of there.
That's because it's not the second film. You fucking idiot. You know what this? You know, it's not the second film. It's not the second film. Supergirl's the second film because they're filming it second. Supergirl's probably gonna be the second film, and that might lead up to Authority.
Yeah, get it out of there.
Yeah, James Gunn, he likes to do this whole. Let me take these obscure guys, right, that nobody
Sure.
really knows about,
Sure.
and let me try to spice it up. And
Yeah.
he saw a little success there. I don't know if any of the Suicide Squads did like good, but whatever. And then you have, of course, Guard.
Any of the Suicide Squad is good. Well, that's because he only did one Suicide Squad movie. He didn't do the first one. So maybe do your research on that.
Guardians, right? Which
Mhm.
again, my opinion, you guys know, you can go watch those reviews. I wasn't the biggest fan of these at all. I despise Guardians, but that's beside the point.
Of course you despise Guardians. I'm not surprised.
That's why he's using the Authority. 1000%. So we have the Brave and the Bold. So
Fifth Robin. Yeah.
Damian, and as it says, DCU will introduce its Batman and Robin in this unusual father-son story inspired by series that was inspired by the animated show.
No, it's Grant Morrison's run that he.
Yeah, well, at least you're getting a snippet of Batman. What do you think? As going with flop.
Another flop buster.
Do you think that this will be something that they try to rein in the budget for?
No.
You think they would?
There's way too much damage that's been done to Batman now. These characters need fucking rehabbing. We need a
I want to hear this.
Superman film with just fucking Superman, not Guy Gardner, not members of the Authority.
We're getting all these.
We're getting all of this in Superman Legacy.
I forgot about that.
Even if the cameos doesn't matter, we need a fucking focus.
How do you know they're cameos? Oh yeah. Also, he said he didn't like the Suicide movies. Well, James Gunn only made one movie, so he virtualized an idiot. And his basis for Batman, he thinks Batman's not going to get made, Degrassi. And also, those cameos, they're not. You think they're cameos? You think Guy Gardner, Hawk, is it Hawk Girl, Hawk Woman? I forget. Metamorpho are cameos? You fucking idiot! You think they're gonna be cameos?
Story. Fucking Clark and Superman. That's what we need. And even then, I still don't know if it's enough. What's the last two video game iterations of Superman? Bad Superman, bad Superman. What's the last version of Superman that we...
Oh, Degrassi. I forgot to say, right? He said Batman, his reputation of Batman has been hit hard. Willie. I know he doesn't like the Batman because of the supposed stuff in the film that doesn't fit his narrative, their narrative. Batman's reputation is hit hard. No, the Batman was positively well received. The game, if you're talking about the Suicide game, I'm sorry, but the game is not going to ruin Batman. Okay? That's a video game. It's a fucking video game. Okay? Fucking video game. And people getting pennies in the bunches because of the game is stupid. It's really, really stupid. And I guarantee you, the stuff Batman has done in the game, and if he comes out of the brainwash, out of the mind control, he probably would likely retire and go and be close to his solo again and live with the guilt of killing people, especially Robin, or he probably want to die. He'd rather die than live with the. He'd rather die. Okay, Batman would want to die because if he came out with that mind control? Okay, he can't. You know, Batman would not be able to live with that. Okay, with all even under mind control, that's Batman's. That's just how Bruce is wired. Okay, because not only be hurting, he'd be killed the people, regular innocents, and Robin, because he does kill Robin in the game. He does kill Robin in the universe. Trust me, he does kill Robin. I mean that he broke his code, he broke everything he used to believe in, even brainwash. Technically, it's not his fault, but still, he couldn't be able to live with that. Yeah, because people are right, Mr. Degrassi. We all know this. People are stupid.
We've seen with Zack Snyder.
Oh, by the way, if the Penguin show hits, that's gonna do numbers for Batman. Okay, the Batman 2. If the Penguin show hits, Batman 2 will have one of the highest openings for a comic book movie. Okay, in 2025. Maybe in these 2 years, 2024, 2025. The Penguin show hits, it's successful. Maybe Emmy nominated, maybe Golden Globe nominated. If you get Penguin into that category, if you get Penguin up there with the Game of Thrones, Last of Us, Succession, some of these great shows on HBO, do you know how good that it's going to do for the Batman 2? That could help make Batman 2. I know this doesn't exactly the guys, but I know that $1 billion is. I think $1 billion is a quite a crazy goal, but it could help get Batman 2 to $1 billion. 2025, yes, we have 4 Marvel movies, Superman and Batman 2, but there's a chance that Batman 2, because Fantastic Four is moving. Fantastic Four is not coming out until early 2025. Fantastic Four is moving. It's not official, but the way it's going right now, Fantastic Four is moving. Okay, it's moving off schedule. Okay, Thunderbolts is about to start. Captain America is to come out, so those 2 movies will most likely give 2025. I don't know if Blade's back in production, but Fantastic Four is out. Okay, and you got Superman Legacy. I still think Batman 2 could be of the comic book movies 2025 will be the highest grossing comic book movie of that year. Especially if the Penguin show hits it. Right? Hits. It's a triple. There's not a triple effect, but a domino effect. Okay. I know. The Disney Plus shows, the Monica Rambeau and Miss Marvel did not help Captain Marvel, but HBO is different, man. HBO is different. It's a different animal than Disney Plus shows, man. It's quality. It's different. That's what I always say. DC movies could be better quality-wise than Marvel movies, because I think honestly the production in Marvel movies looks so much more real. No, the production in DC movies and the writing especially, I think it's better than most Marvel movies lately, especially Batman. It just, DC movies lose on effects, but they look more real, and it's how you can tell the difference between what you see on screen from the Disney shows compared to HBO shows. The Disney, especially Marvel and DC. Okay, it's just that's why I say DC shows, DC stuff will most likely be more award nominated than Marvel stuff. Okay. And I do think, honestly, comic book movies do send out a message better than some award Golden Oscar Golden Globe nominated movies. Okay, not just in Golden Globes and Oscar nominated movies. Okay, Oppenheimer is a great movie. Obviously, there's a message there. Barbie is a message there, but Superman the message of Superman. You don't think that's award-winning kind of message? Superman, Wonder Woman. The award-winning message of Wonder Woman? It's just that obviously the elites in Hollywood don't see that. They don't see what the message is, what comic book movies and what comic books are about. They don't see that. They don't see what they represent. Okay. And how comic books are inspiring. Comic book characters are inspiring. Okay? Batman, my hot take is, I do think that Batman should be nominated for Best Movie for 2022. It was that damn good. Okay? Man, if you really dive into that film, all the elements of a good story with specifically with Bruce Wayne, Robert Pattinson, I really do think I Robert Pattinson got. I really do think Robert Pattinson should be nominated for one of the best actors there, because I think he really played a really reclusive, tormented Batman, Bruce Wayne. And I always say this. I think I'm gonna say this: playing a comic book character or a villain, a hero or villain, I don't think actors get much credit as it deserve. Okay, okay. Especially Batman, you gotta play two roles of Batman. I think it's hard to play. I think it's really hard to play comic book characters, really do, because a lot like wrestlers, they're gimmicks, right? They're gimmicks, and well, in wrestling, you have to continue playing your gimmick over and over. Because can you imagine how hard, especially villains?
That's a bad Superman, Nightmare Superman. When are we going to get a fucking hopeful, look up, truth, justice, American way? I want to be that guy. That guy inspires me to be better. In a white man, in a fucking current day Hollywood.
Good luck.
It's going to be the Lois Lane movie.
That's what you're thinking.
What the fuck is he talking? First of all, the actor is white. The actor is white. So, and if, oh my god, and if people, if people shame James Gunn in the actor playing Superman and portrayal that way because he's a white guy, then I'll call those people out. I'll say, yeah, those people are going overboard with that. But once again, these two are hoping that happens. They're hoping that happens so they can be outraged and make content. I'm not afraid to call out like extreme wokeness when there's not really wokeness there, and when wokeness is really not, it's more of a weapon than an actual actual positive kind of thing. It's more of, they use it in a negative way. People use it in a negative kind of way, in a positive way from the extreme wokeness. Okay, I'll call those people out for examples like, oh, this movie bombed because it was a black director. No, that's I'm talking about Marvel's movie, or because 3 women. No. There are extremists on both sides, right? Left, right, extremists on both sides, and I'll say extremists are just not really healthy people. Healthy people with positive mindset. Extreme is not a good thing. Because extremeness, there's no reason with extremeness. You can't reason with extremeness. With extreme kind of people. And that's the problem these days. We can't reason. We can't have a discussion and reason with each other. It's a problem now. It's a problem.
Yeah, I do.
No, I can see that. No, 100%. I can see that.
And that, I think, flopping, followed by the mega flop of The Authority, leads into Batman flopping.
The Batman 2 you're referring to?
This
Oh, you're talking
Brave
about
and the Bold.
Brave and the Bold.
I don't even think the other Batman's going to get made. I don't know. I don't think.
So you're going Star? You think you're going Star Wars on that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Fucking hate the Batman is getting made.
I don't even know if Patterson's going to come back for another. Nothing's in production. Nothing. When was that film out? 2 years ago. It's been announced for what? It was announced for 2025 initially. That's
Yeah, September 2025. They can still, and the production for the Batman doesn't need to be as long as the others movies. Okay.
not happening. 2026. 4 years between movies. No, because they said it's going to be 5 years between movies. I don't think it's getting made.
Oh, you know what? Might as well just cancel the Penguin show. If you're not going to make the Batman 2, might as well cancel the Penguin show. The Batman 2 is happening. The Batman 2 doesn't. It's not the production of the Batman 2 does not need to be that long. Okay. The Batman doesn't require as much production as the other films. Okay. I'm gonna leave it here. So they really had nothing intelligent to say here. They go to their typical grifting points. Oh, this is gonna be a failure because it's homophobic. Oh, this is gonna be a failure because it's blah blah blah. This is James Gunn, whatever, right? They can't say anything intelligent here. I could say this. We don't know how successful Superman's gonna be. We don't know. It's just they're starting filming in March. We don't know. But their points for saying why this movie, like their excuses when the movie comes out and if people say and why they might not like it, from Eric July is saying he said, "Oh, they made shit and ass." Like what? Why would they not? He didn't give a reason why they won't like Superman Legacy. He didn't give a reason. Batman, he didn't really give a reason. Batman's the reputation has not been tarnished of Batman. Okay, not been tarnished at all. Suicide Squad did not tarnish the reputation of Batman. That was a brainwashed Batman, and I guarantee you. Well, first of all, the Suicide Squad is stupid. Okay, they're stupid. I'll tell you why they're stupid. I know they have grudges against them, but if they really want to take down Brainiac, they would try to find a way to unbrainwash the heroes. Okay? First of all. But they're stupid. Especially Boomerang and King Shark. Dumbasses. But his not reputation is... Also, they just don't give... They didn't even mention... They only mentioned 3 movies. They didn't even mention Supergirl, Publicity North Supergirl. They didn't even talk about the shows. Yeah, I told you it's gonna be a short one, guys. But that's my thoughts on this. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment below, guys. Take care, guys.